You guys, guess what else I found? Oh man, I should have bought Halo Top. That sounds really good. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is See Mindy Mom. I'm Mindy, and today I want to share with you my weigh-in and an update on how I'm doing on the WW Freestyle plan. So stay tuned. Okay, you guys, I'm actually sitting in the parking lot of the grocery store that is very close to my WW studio that I went to today. I'll get to that in just a second. But I did manage to make it to a meeting this morning. It is Thursday. I usually attend either a 10 o'clock Thursday meeting or a 9 o'clock Friday meeting. It just depends on kind of how my schedule works out for the week. And I have been trying all week long to pick up a sub day, and I just have not been able to pick one up. I just haven't hit the subsystem at the right time before the jobs are all gone, or there just haven't been any available on days when I've been available. In fact, the one day that one was available that I could do was yesterday, but I work at the church on Wednesday. So all that's to say, I decided to go ahead and come over and do my weigh-in today instead of Friday, so that it would leave me open to picking up a sub job if I wanted to do that tomorrow. So I was a little perturbed with myself because I was late to the meeting. I missed about the first 15 minutes or so. I missed about the first 10 minutes of the meeting, and then I waited in line to weigh in for the next 5 minutes. But that's okay. It was my own fault. My Fitbit ran out of battery, and I plugged it in right away, but I didn't sync it after it had charged some, and so it was running slow. The clock was running slow, and so I looked at it and thought, oh, I have plenty of time to get there. And then on my way there, I looked at my car clock, and I was like, oh man, I'm running behind. It's like something that I do for myself every week, is going to the meeting, and it's always, you know, rejuvenating and re-energizing, and it reminds me of why I'm doing this and maybe helps me work through any of the issues that I've had. So I actually like to be there early, weigh in, and then be ready when the meeting starts. But that didn't happen today. But that's okay, because today's meeting was about 0 point foods. And it's funny because I was thinking about this morning, actually. But I'll get to that in just a second. I'm sure you guys want to know what I weighed in. So last week, it was Friday, and I weighed in at 144.8. And today, it's Thursday, and I weighed in at 143 on the dot. So that is a loss of 1.8. Now, I'm in a different center, I'm on a different scale, and I know that this sounds crazy, but I always weigh less at this center than I think I'm going to. Now, that could all be in my mind. They're electronic scales. They can't possibly be giving me a different number than it would have been had I gone to the other center, but man, it sure seems like it. So I'm very content with that, especially given how much I've struggled the past few days with the temptations. And I've kind of reined it in before it became a huge problem. I didn't just fall completely off the wagon, but man, it has been a tough few days. I need to get to answering some of your comments. Hopefully I will have done that by the time this gets uploaded, but there are so many of you that chimed in with really helpful thoughts and encouragement to my chat video from the other night. And several of you said something about hormones, and I totally agree with that. I didn't bring that up in the video because I didn't know if it was TMI, but I do notice that throughout the month, I always have, as I track 1 month compared to the next month compared to the next month, I always have a couple of days where I am super duper hungry, and I always have one weigh-in where I am inexplicably lower than I think I'm gonna be, and it's this week. So it's like my weight just kind of dips a little bit and then it goes back up a little bit. I don't know, but I totally think that there is something to that, and several of you mentioned something like that, and I completely agree. So anyway, that's my weigh-in. I'm kind of rambling, sorry, but down 1.8. I'm right at 143, so we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. I want to get under that 143 mark, and then I'll just see where I want to go from there, if I want to get into the 130s or if I just want to do the maintenance thing. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. I'm over 800 subscribers now, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I can remember when I first started this channel being happy that I had 10, and I can remember my birth. I started this channel in June, and for my birthday is July 21st. Some of you who were with me way back then, you know that for my birthday I said I want to reach 100 subscribers, and it was such a big deal for me. And now I'm knocking on the door to 1,000. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. It has been so rewarding for me. You know, I thought I'm going to get into this and I'm going to have, You know, I may have people who don't like my videos, or I may have people leave mean comments, and I'm sure that will happen eventually, but for the most part, 99% of what the feedback I get is positive and encouraging and helpful. So I hope that what I say and that the things that I offer in the videos that I make are helpful to you too, because I ask myself that question when I put videos up. Is it helpful? Is it kind? But I want you to know too how much you guys help me, because making these videos holds me accountable, and it connects me with some people that I might not have connected with, you know, who live in other parts of the country who are also working this plan. It's connected me with some other people who are on maintenance and who are lifetime members who say, yes, Mindy, the struggle is real. It's really hard to maintain weight, maybe even harder than it is to lose weight. Because those of us who've been doing this for a while, and I know a lot of you have too, we know what we need to do to lose weight. We know what we need to do to lose weight. The maintenance game is harder, especially from a mental perspective, because there's no way your body can like do this. You have to kind of weave in and out of that maintenance line, and that can be really hard, not just physically, but mentally. It can be a hard struggle to see the scale creep up a little bit and then hope that it bounces back down, or have faith that it will if you're working the plan. Anyhow, that's where I am with that, and we'll just see where that goes from there. So I'm going to keep tracking my food. I'm going to keep drinking my water. I'm on my first cup today. One of the reasons that I wanted to run by the store is because I wanted to grab a couple of ingredients. I'm going to try to recreate this cake that I made about 3 months ago or so when we were having company over. I was trying to stick to the plan real well, and I managed to adjust a cake recipe that I have and make it come out to, you know, like 8 or 9 points a slice, which is really good for a cake with frosting. So because I've been craving that so much and been struggling with like the baked goods and the pastries and stuff, I thought I really want to try to recreate that cake recipe. So I'm going to try to recreate like a chocolate cake with sort of a whipped icing frosting, and if I do that, I will film it and I will share it with you guys, and I will let you know how that turns out. But I also grabbed a couple of other things. First off, I grabbed the Dannon Light and Fit yogurts. They do not sell these individually in Target anymore, which is where I did some of my grocery haul from yesterday, and the ones from Aldi are 3 points. These are only 2. This is my favorite kind, the strawberry cheesecake. They did not have my other favorite kind, which is the caramel apple pie. The limited edition flavor, well, maybe it's not limited, it doesn't say limited edition, but I had not seen this one, and usually the purple ring means that it's seasonal, you know, like the pumpkin pie flavor. But this is creme brulee. Now, I am not that's not something I would ever order at a restaurant, but I was just intrigued by the flavors, so I thought I would get that to try as well. And you guys, guess what else I found? The Hostess 100 calorie snack size fruit pies. They come in cherry and apple. I bought apple. I bought 3 boxes because they're on sale, and because this is my local grocery store resource, and I don't come here super often. It's not real convenient for me. So I really hope I like them because I bought 3 boxes. They were on sale for $3. But if you haven't heard about these, we've been seeing lots of WW people, YouTube, Instagram hauling these. They scan at 4 smart points per pie. So it's not something, you know, that I can have 2 or 3 of. It's probably not even something I can have every day. But given that my sweet tooth has been driving me nuts, I thought, you know what? And I seriously, you guys, I fought the bakery section in there. I was thinking, I just had my weigh in, you know, I've got another week before I weigh in. I'm just going to get myself a cookie or a cupcake, or I'm going to get myself a box of, you know, snack cakes or something. And then I saw these and I thought, no, I'm going to get these, and I'm going to try them on my video so I can show you what they are. So they come in a box of 12. So it was on sale for $3, 12 of them for $3. That's pretty good, given that these are kind of a specialty thing. They come in apple and cherry. I only bought apple because I'm not a huge cherry pie fan. They're this size, so like here's my hand. Here's the apple pie. They are 100 calories. It says, you guys, come on, Hostess. It says the serving size is 4 pies. That is the suggested serving size here. Serving size. 3 servings per container, 4 pies. Come on, Hostess. You're not helping us out here. But it also gives the nutrition for 1 pie. And one pie has 4 grams of fat, 2 of it saturated, no cholesterol, 100 milligrams of sodium, 16 grams of carbs with 8 grams of sugar. That's actually not bad for sugar content, and 1 gram of protein. So I thought I would try these. I know some people don't like to watch other people eat on video. I'm sorry, but here's what they look like. They're like teeny tiny. They're not teeny tiny, but they're like this size. So here's my hand. So, you know, it's little. It's little for sure. But anything, you know, real sugar, not sugar-free, and you guys know I don't do sugar-free cakes or pastries or something. They hurt my stomach. It's going to be little. So this is the size. It's little. It's 4 smart points for 1. So here goes. Man, that is good. Yeah, it has like the gooey cake filling in it, and oh my gosh, this crust stuff, it's just the right texture for me. Like it's not crispy, it's not a crispy crust, but it's not super soft either. It's like firm, and the like little icing coating on the top, it's perfect. So I like them. I wonder, you could probably warm these up a little bit and maybe put 1 scoop of the vanilla halo top, high protein ice cream. It's only 2 smart points for a serving. So you could have yourself a little 6 point like apple pie a la mode dessert. Oh man, I should have bought halo top. That sounds really good. But I like these. Now, if you are a person that struggles with having these things in your house, and sometimes I've been that person too, these are good, but not enough that I'm gonna like eat 3 or 4 of them or binge on a whole box or something like that, because they are small. So if this is gonna be something you're gonna keep like reaching in for it, and I don't know, maybe you put them in the freezer or something, so you have to take them out and let them thaw a little bit if that's something that you struggle with. But I definitely am glad that I picked up 3 boxes of these. I'll probably have to hide them from my kids because they would love these. Actually, these would make good lunchbox treats because they're only 100 calories. They're a little bitty size. This is a good portion for kids. I might let them have some. But anyhow, that's what I have for you guys today. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place with this one. Down 1.8. Oh, you know what? We never talked about 0 point foods. I could go on about that. You guys know that I have kind of mixed feelings about the 0 point foods. That on the one hand, I think it's great that we should choose, you know, lean proteins like chicken and fish and non-fat Greek yogurt. That when we're eating starches, they should be fiber-rich starches like beans and corn. Obviously, fruits and vegetables have lots of micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals that are really good for us. And my body feels really great when I'm fueling it, especially with vegetables and a little bit of fruit. But sometimes I get a little not perturbed, but I almost get a little bit like at the meetings whenever people are talking about 0 point recipes like 0 point soups and 0 point omelets. And I also think we have to be careful that we are eating these 0 point foods in the spirit that Weight Watchers intended them to be eaten. You know, when they put non-fat plain Greek yogurt on the 0 point food list, that's not because they wanted us to make a cheesecake out of it. And I don't, you know, and I've done that. I've made that, and obviously making that dessert and portioning it out appropriately and having a little bit of it is fine. But the problem is people will be like, oh, this whole cheesecake is only 3 smart points, so I can eat this whole cheesecake, you know, in 2 days and it's not going to hurt me on the scale. And then they wonder why they aren't losing weight. And I've been that person in that boat before that's eating too much fruit, you know, or eating too many, especially when they added the starches like the beans and the corn. I have to be really careful about those things. So yes, I think the 0 point foods are awesome, and I think we should be eating those. I mean, it's kind of a whole foods approach, right? Fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, a little bit of lean dairy, a little bit of fiber-rich starches. You know, those are the things we should be eating anyway, and then we should be using our points to flavor those things with healthy fats, you know, and with full-fat dairy, things that kind of bring flavor and that satisfy that flavor craving for us. But I do think it is possible to go overboard. So at first I was kind of nervous in this meeting when people were talking about, and yeah, I make a 0 point taco soup, and I make a 0 point you know, taco salad and a 0 point omelet bake. And okay, you know, sometimes we need those things, but I was really glad that the leader kind of brought it back around and said, you know, we still need to measure portion sizes. We still need to be aware of portion sizes and not just be consuming 0 point foods doesn't mean 0 calories. So not just be consuming them constantly because we need to eat constantly. And I think that's a major takeaway. And something that I have to ask myself is, am I eating this 0-point food because I want to eat, or am I eating this 0-point food because I'm hungry, or my body is craving some kind of specific vitamin or mineral that this food provides? And that is a key question, because one of the things that we're trying to do by being members at WW is not just change the way we eat, but change the way we think. And if we're thinking, oh, I can have as much as I want of this 0-point food, so I can just continue overeating these 0-point foods, then we're not doing ourselves any favors. But the leader did touch on the fact that, hey, we still need to measure portions. We still need to be aware of the portion sizes. And, you know, a portion size of grapes is not an entire pound of grapes. A portion size of non-fat plain Greek yogurt is not an entire tub. You know, 4 eggs is not really an appropriate portion serving. Hopefully I'm making sense. And I don't mean to step on anybody's toes with that. I think when you are first starting out, trading in that afternoon candy bar for an apple and an orange, even though they're similar calorically, that apple and the orange does so much more for your body than that candy bar does. So that's a really great thing. But as you move through this journey, and especially as you get close to your goal weight, you're gonna have to really take a look. And I'm talking to myself too. You have to really take a look at how those 0-point foods are functioning in your meal plan and what your mindset is around those 0-point foods. Okay, for real, that's what I have for you guys today. This video has been all over the place. I'm gonna have a ton of editing to do, but that's just my mood today. I'm just squirrel, you know, kind of all over the place, as I usually am after I've been to a weigh-in and attended a meeting and kind of gotten hyped about the plan and working WW Freestyle. So thanks for coming along with me. Thank you for 800 subscribers. I would love to hear how it's going for you. Any tips or tricks, any encouragement that you have for me or other people who are watching. And thank you so much whenever you do that. I love reading your comments and corresponding with you guys. So I'll check in with you real soon.